Could you imagine a world where cars don't pollute the environment? What role does such a future hold for non-polluting engines? Picture this. You're cruising down the highway, the hum of the engine in your ears, and the only thing your car is emitting is water vapor. Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, it's not. This is the future of the automotive industry, and it's closer than you might think. Recently, a Japanese company introduced a groundbreaking innovation that could transform the very fabric of the automotive industry. They've developed a non-polluting combustion engine, a powerful beast that delivers 440 horsepower while only emitting water vapor. This isn't just a small step forward, it's a giant leap for sustainable transportation. This non-polluting combustion engine challenges traditional expectations. It breaks down the widely held belief that power and fuel efficiency can't coexist with clean energy. It proves that we can have an engine that's strong, efficient, and kind to our environment. But this Japanese company isn't alone in their quest for a cleaner automotive future. Across the industry, leading companies are investing in the development of hydrogen-powered engines. They're not just dreaming of a future with cleaner, sustainable propulsion technology, they're making it happen. We're standing at the threshold of a new era in automotive history, an era where our cars no longer contribute to the pollution of our planet, but instead become a part of the solution, an era where our engines are not just machines, but catalysts for change. The future of the automotive industry may very well be in the hands of these non-polluting engines. The journey of engine development has been long and transformative, from steam to internal combustion, and now to non-polluting engines. When we trace the path of engine development, it's a journey that mirrors our society's growth and technological progress. Our story begins with the steam engine, a revolutionary invention that powered the Industrial Revolution in the 18th century. These engines transformed the way people traveled and transported goods, making distances shorter and the world a bit smaller. As we moved into the 20th century, the internal combustion engine took center stage. Born out of the need for more efficient and compact power sources, these engines became the heart of our cars, trucks, and motorcycles. They offered greater power, speed, and reliability, driving the automotive industry to new heights. But as with all technological progress, it came with its own set of challenges, namely environmental impact. This brings us to the present day and the advent of non-polluting engines. These engines, like the one recently introduced by a Japanese company, offer a powerful and fuel-efficient alternative to internal combustion engines, but the true game changer? They emit only water vapor. Imagine a world where cars roar down highways, not leaving a trail of harmful emissions in their wake, but just harmless water vapor. This development is not just a stride towards cleaner and more sustainable transportation, but it's also a giant leap for mankind in our battle against climate change. As we've seen from recent reports, we need to drastically reduce carbon emissions to avoid the worst effects of climate change. Non-polluting engines could play a crucial role in this transformation, making fossil fuel-based industries obsolete within the next 2 decades. With each step of development, engines have become more efficient, and the latest innovation is set to be the most transformative yet. We are at the cusp of a new era in the automotive industry, one that promises to be cleaner, more sustainable, and just as powerful, and it all starts with the humble engine. How can non-polluting engines impact our world? Let's dive into the potential effects of this technology. Imagine a world where automobiles no longer belch out harmful emissions, and our highways are free of the invisible cloud of pollutants that contribute to climate change. This is the promise of non-polluting engines, an innovation that could transform not just the automotive industry, but our planet as a whole. The environmental implications of this technology are profound. Non-polluting engines produce zero harmful emissions, which means they have the potential to drastically reduce our carbon footprint. As a result, they could play a critical role in combating climate change. According to a report by Rethinks, disruptive clean technologies like non-polluting engines could make fossil fuel-based industries obsolete within 2 decades. This means that we could potentially eliminate 90% of global carbon emissions by 2035 and reach net zero by 2040. But the impact of non-polluting engines isn't limited to the environment. They also have significant economic implications. As the demand for clean technology grows, new industries will emerge and existing ones will undergo dramatic transformations. This could lead to the creation of new jobs in sectors like renewable energy, manufacturing, and transportation. It could also drive economic growth by boosting productivity and efficiency. However, the transition to non-polluting engines won't happen overnight. It will require substantial investment, as well as policy support to remove market barriers and incentivize the adoption of clean technology. But the rewards, a cleaner environment, a healthier population, and a more sustainable economy, are well worth the effort. The introduction of non-polluting engines could be a game changer, not just for the automotive industry but for the world. What does the road ahead look like for non-polluting engines? Are we ready to embrace this change? As we stand at the precipice of a new era in the automotive industry, these are the questions we must ask ourselves. The road ahead for non-polluting engines, while promising, is not without its challenges. Infrastructure, cost, and consumer acceptance are all hurdles that we'll need to overcome. Firstly, the infrastructure required to support these engines is still in its infancy. For example, hydrogen refueling stations are scarce, and the logistics of hydrogen production and distribution pose significant challenges. But it's not an insurmountable task. After all, we once had to build gas stations from scratch to fuel our traditional combustion engines. Secondly, the cost of manufacturing non-polluting engines is currently high, but remember, so was the cost of the first computers and mobile phones. As production scales up and technology improves, we can expect to see these costs come down. Lastly, consumer acceptance. People are creatures of habit and may be hesitant to switch from what they know. But as awareness of climate change grows, so does the demand for more sustainable solutions. In fact, a recent report by RethinkX suggests that disruptive clean technologies could make fossil fuel-based industries obsolete within 20 years. And let's not forget the role of industry leaders in this transition. Their efforts to promote clean and sustainable propulsion technology will be crucial in driving this change. Companies like the Japanese firm that introduced the world's first non-polluting combustion engine that emits only water vapor are leading the charge. By pushing the boundaries of what's possible, they're not just changing the game, they're changing the world. So yes, the road ahead for non-polluting engines may be challenging, but the potential benefits, a cleaner environment, improved public health, and energy security, to name a few, make it a journey worth embarking on. The road ahead for non-polluting engines may be challenging, but the potential benefits make it a journey worth embarking on. As we have seen, non-polluting engines have the potential to revolutionize the automotive industry. Let's take a moment to circle back to the key points we've discussed. We embarked on this journey with a glimpse into the future of the automotive industry. A future where engines not only roar with power but also whisper a promise of sustainability. We dived into the evolution of engines, from their humble beginnings to the advanced powerhouses they are today. Then, we shifted gears to focus on the impact of non-polluting engines. How they're challenging traditional expectations and offering a powerful yet fuel-efficient alternative to internal combustion engines. These engines, emitting only water vapor, are not just a technological breakthrough but also a beacon of hope for a cleaner environment. We further navigated the road ahead for these non-polluting engines. It's a road filled with challenges, yes, but also one that holds immense potential. Collaborative efforts between leading companies are already paving the way for a future powered by hydrogen and other clean and sustainable propulsion technologies. Let's not forget the critical role disruptive clean technologies could play in making fossil fuel-based industries obsolete within 20 years. The stakes are high, with the need to drastically reduce carbon emissions to avoid catastrophic climate change. As the RethinkX report suggests, strategic investments in these technologies could eliminate 90% of global carbon emissions by 2035, so we find ourselves at a crossroads. On one hand, we have the traditional, tried and tested internal combustion engines. On the other hand, we have these revolutionary non-polluting engines, promising not only power and efficiency but also a cleaner, greener future. In the quest for a cleaner and more efficient future, non-polluting engines may well be the driving force. The question is, are we ready to ride along?